Now, 5 new cassava varieties developed by the University of Cape Coast and the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission have been approved. They are among the world's best varieties of cassava. Announcing the approval, Chairman of the National Varietal Inspection Release Committee, Professor Richard Akroma, explained the varieties, when released, will help fight the cassava mosaic disease, a disease that affects cassava production in Ghana. Richard Kojonyako has more.
The cassava plant holds a very important place in the life of the Ghanaian. Many households in the country depend on it for their food needs.
I wish to announce to you and to congratulate you that all your 5 proposed varieties have passed.
Chair of the Varietal Release Committee, Professor Richard Akroma, announcing the breakthrough by the University of Cape Coast and the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission. Lead researcher and dean of the School of Agric at the University of Cape Coast, Professor Elvis Asarabediakon, is optimistic the breakthrough will help farmers and consumers in the country.
Vitamin A deficiency is a problem in Ghana, especially in the rural areas. And cassava consumption is very high in Ghana. As a food which is consumed by most homes and especially smallholder farm families. So if you are able to introduce cassava variety with high beta carotene, in other words, which is a source of vitamin A, then is the cheapest way, is the easiest way of supplying vitamin A to the rural folks.
Dr. Paul Aguasari and Dr. Godwin Amenokwe of the University of Cape Coast and the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission, principal researchers of the project, speak of how the varieties, upon their release, will help farmers and consumers of cassava.
The second problem is cassava mosaic disease, which is a significant problem in Ghana. And this cassava mosaic disease is devastating our crops. And we use mutation breeding to change the genes so that the host plant will be naturally resistant to cassava mosaic disease. And this is what we have seen in the white flesh. And we also improve on the mealiness, because if the cassava is not good for fufu, our people would not like to grow it.
So for the varieties we are proposing to release, especially with the yellow fresh, which is high in beta carotene, we envisage that we will have our gari that our schools are being fed off to be prepared from this cassava, which will have another advantage of having beta carotene to curtail the problems that are associated with brandness. So if you're able to get a nod to have this, it will have rippling effect for the country.
The Minister of Agric is expected to append his signature after the registration of the varieties and order the release of the varieties for use by the country in the coming days. Richard Kojonyako, JoyNews, Cape Coast.